Welcome back, and today we're talking about Gleipnir episode 10. So like always, let's just jump into it. So episode 10 of Gleipnir opens up with Shuichi and Claire trying to fight Madoka, but they come to the realization they are absolutely powerless against this guy, especially when his whole team kind of shows up and surrounds them. So Madoka, being the nice person that he is, gives them an option, right? He tells them, you all got the coins for me now, and you have to pick somebody to die because they hurt one of his teammates. And we even get a flashback into Madoka's past when he was just a human. We see that he used to work for like a trash disposal place, and he wasn't really very successful. He didn't have any friends, and that's why this group that he's created, he cares about them because that's like family to him. And that leads to his downfall in the future, and I'm guessing Claire took that into account, because if somebody's willing to kill somebody because they hurt one of his friends, she probably deduced that he has a strong sense of like friendship with his group and stuff like that. But we see that Claire, even though she's not the leader of this group, she's the one that's, spearheading the conversation. She's the one guiding everybody into the right direction. I mean, when she went and talked to the one guy that can grow flowers, Isao, she told him to grow oleander, and honestly they were kind of giving this mysterious thing to the flower. And when she told Isao to grow this particular flower, you can see his face kind of like turn into dread, because he knows exactly what it is. Now I had no idea what it was, so I was really hoping they would tell us in this episode. I was going to be mad if they dragged this on until like the next following episode, which I'm glad they didn't. But it turns out this oleander flower is poisonous, right? So when you burn it, I'm guessing the roots and stuff like that, the smoke it creates is poisonous. So if you breathe it in, you're pretty much dead. Now, something interesting happened in this episode, right? Because Claire knew exactly what was going to happen. She knew her plan was going to kill a whole lot of people. And even Isao knew a lot of people were going to die. That's why he was kind of, reluctant to grow the flower. He did it anyways because, it's either him or them. So he had to do it. But we see Shuichi kind of talk to Claire, asking her that, if there's anything he can do to help. Now, if you remember Shuichi from episode 1, he was afraid to do anything, hurt anything. I mean, just how much it affected him whenever Claire killed the one girl in like episode 2. Compared to him now, it's an absolutely different person, right? Because Shuichi knows that Claire is about to kill a whole lot of people, and he's hugging her, and he's like, look, you can't bear everything every time. I'm gonna have to help you out. So he's in with the plan. The plan that's to kill all these people, he's 100% in with it. So that's just a whole different Shuichi than we're dealing with. And I'm glad he's turning that way, right? Because Claire is right. When you come up into this mountain, there's people in here that are gonna be, ruthless. They're gonna kill anybody, and if you don't have the guts to match them at their level, you're not going to survive. So I'm glad Shuichi's kind of stepping up to the plate and being on par with Claire. That's great character development right there. But essentially, the whole plan was to burn everybody out with the gas and poison all of them. And Claire took into account that Madoka was trying to save his people instead of chasing them and destroying them, because he could absolutely have done that. He could have ignored his team and stuff like that, the fire, and ran straight to the team and pretty much killed them all. Now, something really satisfying happened in this episode, right? And that was the death of Ikeuchi, I believe is his name, the telescope guy, the camera guy. He betrayed the team. He was about to tell Madoka and all of his friends what Yoshiaka and everybody's powers was, right? He went in there saying, look, I'm gonna join your side. Me and Yoshiaka are gonna join your side. You can kill everybody else. He was only looking out for him and Yoshiaka because he loves her, but it was his downfall, and I'm glad that happened, okay? Now we see how important that leader's power is, because, you essentially cannot betray them. If you do, you're pretty much dead. Once that thing activated, I completely forgot about it. So once it happened, I was like, up in my feet. I was rooting for it because I hate that dude. That dude is the most salty person in the world. So I'm glad he is dead. Now, I have something that's worrying about this episode, right? Because Madoka, even though he is very powerful, he is not like top of everybody that's in this mountain, right? He's not like top tier, I don't think, especially when it comes to Elena. So I do think Chuichi and Clair have to get a power up, especially everybody in his team that they're on right now. I don't know if they're gonna leave the team or they're gonna, you know, find another team or they're gonna go by themselves. But the team that they're in right now is not it. They cannot survive in this mountain with the current power level that they're at. So I really do hope Clair starts using those coins to either power up herself or Chuichi, because as of right now, I don't think they have the power to actually do anything in this mountain. So like always, let me know what you thought of this episode. I like this episode because it was kind of different. It wasn't just straight up fighting. We see that they won because of how smart and logical Clair was. So this episode was absolutely great. I'm looking forward to the next couple of episodes. I believe it's gonna, you know, keep getting better and better. I am absolutely loving this anime. But like always, let me know what you thought of this episode. Go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.